I should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you might be in the world. We are doing the watch along for the summer series game between AFC Bournemouth and West Ham United. Could we potentially win the summer series? Probably not, but hey, this is going to be a good run out and we'll see, how the other players do. But it wouldn't be a watch along without my main man next to me, Mr. Matthew Harrison. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, all good, Craig. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Obviously, the Man United game was a bit of a disappointment, but yeah, looking forward to this. Let's see what happens. Pre-season is a funny thing, so let's see what happens.
It is, and as Malcolm's rightly said as well before, this is all about fitness. This is all about getting ready for that first game of the season against Liverpool. Yeah, it's disappointing that we didn't beat Man United. However, on the same spin side, if we can get a result up at Anfield, that's going to be worth a lot more, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, that's the most important thing. It is, focusing on that Liverpool game. But yeah, it's good to see, like Malcolm says, it's good to see, different players, different, tactics, different players in different positions. The fitness is key. Game time is key, more than results. It would have been nice to obviously beat Manchester United the other night. And obviously it would have been nice to win the series. Obviously there's got to be quite a swing on goals, isn't there, for us to do that. But the important thing is obviously the rather than the actual result is actually the preparation for the season, isn't it? So that is what's definitely
100%. We've already got a couple of people in the chat already. We'll go through the comments in a second, but I just want to say hello to people watching on Instagram. Please come over to the YouTube channel. Please do make comments on the YouTube channel as well. So we have got Jeffrey, we've got Paul, we've got Tom, we've got Phil, we've got Ben, we've got Louise, we've got Steve, and we've got Amy in the Instagram room at the moment. So please just come straight on to the YouTube channel. You can make comments as well. But also, we have got Sean in the house. Hello, Sean. Hope you're doing well. I'd probably say our strongest midfield. I would have preferred this side against United, as I think it's stronger, and then a relaxed side against West Ham. But what is done is done. Yeah, 100%. And we'll go over the side in a moment, and we'll cover that off as well, because Sky Sports, if you have flicked on there, ready to watch the game, you will see Brendan Rodgers talking about Scottish football. Snore. Chris Hubble, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're doing well. We've got Daniel in the house. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Daniel. Hope you're well. Liam Humby, Good evening, everybody. Liam says, good evening, Liam. Hope you're doing well, mate. Still the first owner of the AFC Bournemouth home kit. There we are. That is going to be a title that is going to follow you around all season, Liam. Hope you're doing well, mate. And Badger and Bournemouth fan, let's play well today, Cherries. Yep, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Get ourselves in the groove, ready for that Real Sociedad friendly, which is happening next week, and then on to the season, and hopefully we'll get off to a decent start against Liverpool. And I think one eye's got to be on that game now. A decent result, I would say, take a draw from Liverpool when we get up there, but I think at this moment in time, let's get the result underway. Hopefully tonight.
Yeah. So I just laughing at a comment there.
Oh dear, who's here? Chris has turned up from Leicester till I die. He is, to be honest, I've known Chris for some time, and he is a proper bloody comedian. But yeah, lovely man. Hope you're doing well,
Pinky,
Chris.
which one's Perky? That's
I
my.
don't. Yeah, that's the thing.
Don't answer that one. Don't answer that one.
I know Pinky and the Brain. That was a TV program. What's Up, Doc? Wasn't it? Years ago.
Yeah, Pinky and Perky. What's Pinky and Perky?
I don't know what Pinky and Perky is. It's probably before our time. Chris is an old fart anyway, so it's probably before everybody's time.
Oh, was that the two pigs?
Pinky and Perky. I don't
two
know.
Pigs. I think it's the two pigs. I think. The little puppets. I don't know. I think we're going back years and years ago.
Oh yes, it is the There we go. 1957 children's television series, Pinky and Perky. In fact, I will get it up on the screen for you at halftime as well, so everybody knows what Chris is going on about. Well, I'll get it prepared. Yeah, it's confirmed. You're too young. It's a couple of pigs.
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah. Liam Humby has said, good, thanks. Hope we see a good performance. Yeah, most definitely. Badger and Bournemouth fan, with everything surrounding that Liverpool game, it's going to be hard to get anything out of it for Bournemouth. Yes, it's going to be a very emotional day. For obvious reasons, very sad reasons as well. So, yes, it's a game that kind of I'm looking forward to, but not looking forward to, because it is going to be incredibly sad. I don't know how it's all going to pan out, but I'm sure there is going to be lots of memorials, for Diego Jota, who, of course, taken way too young. Malcolm Chiverton has said, hi, guys. Hope you're doing well, Malcolm, and hope you're enjoying your stay in the UK. And you had a lovely day on Friday, didn't you, with Malcolm?
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, we had a nice breakfast at Pamp Hill.
Nice.
In Wimborne. It was lovely. Yeah, we had a little bit of a walk about there as well, and some really lovely local shops there. And Malcolm treated himself to a nice little cake.
Nice.
And lovely little part of Wimborne. I've never been there before, so it was nice. So really nice to meet up with Malcolm, talk to things all Cherries and things about the channel and that. So that was all good. But definitely had a nice time meeting him. So it was good.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't come. Unfortunately, like I said, meeting at 9:30, meeting at 10, which was a client meeting, and then a meeting at 10:30, which was with my boss, which, to be honest, I was exhausted by about 12 o'clock, considering, the amount of meetings I've been stuck in. Callum Wilson signed for West Ham. Yes. We're going to go straight onto that, Dan. I tell you what, that's quite a good topic. Let me just quickly go through the last two comments. Paddy and his farmyard animals. Chris, same bloody joke every single time. It's... I love the man. Good to have you with us, mate. And Chris Hubble, hoping for a better game tonight. AFCB, let's go for a win.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Let's just quickly discuss that point, because Callum Wilson has been announced as a hammer. So the former Cherry signed with West Ham United. Matt, what's your thought on this?
I think it's a good signing, a good agreement for Callum. Obviously, he was very keen to stay at the top level. Be interested to hear West Ham's opinions on this one, because obviously, I don't think they've been overly happy with their transfer activity over the summer, have they?
No.
If you believe everything you read and that. So, but in terms of Callum, I think it's a great club for him to go to. It's how they can. It's keeping him fit. I think is going to be their main issue. He's scoring goals, and for a change, rather than him putting them in their net, he's going to obviously be scoring goals for them. Because obviously he had a good reputation for scoring against West Ham during his career. So, it's going to be key for them to keep him fit. They keep him fit, then it's a great signing. If he's injured quite a bit, the West Ham fans probably reflect on it possibly different. But I wish him all the best. I hope he stays fit. I hope he gets a good run of games at West Ham. Hopefully he obviously doesn't score against us when we play him next season. But yeah, for him as a player, I wish him all the best. But I don't know whether it's an underwhelming signing for West Ham. I think it possibly might be.
Well, honestly, I wish he'd come here. I think he would be a great backup. I think he'd be a great player to have in the squad. I think he is somebody who we can rely on, we can, look to. In the last, don't get me wrong, he's not a starter, but if ever Nelson's struggling, or say for example, we need somebody to change the game, Callum Wilson's there. So,
but that's
I wish
if he's fit. That's for me, I totally disagree with that point. In all honesty, I think Callum's excellent. It was an excellent striker for us.
Yeah.
Really good player for us in that era, in that time. I think we've moved on from there. In all honesty, I can see where you're coming from like a nostalgia point of view. Definitely. But I think at his age, with the injuries, no, I disagree. I think.
Fair enough. Well, let's just quickly go on to the squads because it is getting towards 7 o'clock. Sky have got their adverts on. I'm sure it's just going to come straight on. But let's have a little look at the squads then, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, they're coming.
Oh,
there they
are. There we are. A bit of a delay. So here's the squad. So Neto in goal. Interesting. Trevor left back. Senesi, of course, centre back. David Brooks on the pitch. Scott, Evan Nielsen, Adam Smith, Tavernier, Traore, Zabania. Where are we? Have I missed somebody at the bottom? No, I haven't. Sorry, I do apologise. My screen went a bit bonkers there.
Just there. Poulsen, Petrovic, Dennis, Arehu, Mepham, Dango, Soler, and so on. There's got Krupi's on there, which is excellent.
Yes.
I'm hoping he's going to get some minutes. He's the one that I've been really looking forward to watching this pre-season. Looks like Clivett hasn't managed to make it, unfortunately, which is also another shame. But yeah, it looks like hopefully Krupi gets some minutes, which will be exciting.
Definitely. Let's just have a look at how it looks on the pitch. So this is what we reckon it's going to look like. So Ilya Zabania comparing with Senesi centre-back position, Adam Smith right-hand side, Trofea left-hand side, Alex Scott and Tyler Adams a little bit in deeper midfield role, Hamid Traore, another start. He's a bit more central. Marcus Tavernier, David Brooks, and then Evan Nielsen. It looks like we are about to just get underway, so we'll just quickly run through West Ham. And it's Areola, Wan-Bissaka, Tobido, Kilman, Orgard, Diouf, Potts, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Bowen, and Fulkrug. And you can see their substitutes there as well. And there we are. That's how they are going to be looking to line up. Matt, just go through the odds very quickly before we kick off.
Yeah, there's the odds for this game, just out of interest if anyone's interested. But yeah, obviously Bournemouth, again favourite to win. It's a bit similar to the previous one, I think, with Everton. A draw, I think, against Everton was 13-5, and West Ham 11-5 to win. So, I think personally, I do think we're going to edge this one. In all honesty, they're just doing the toss now, by the looks of it.
Yes, they are.
So we will be getting off very imminently. But yeah, I am going to predict a Bournemouth win on this one.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, and if anybody is wondering, what Chris was going on about, it's that. That's Pinky and Perky. I'm sure he's probably not in the room anymore. He's probably gone to watch Leicester City play some Moldovan second division side.
I think they played earlier today, didn't they, Leicester?
Oh, did they? Yeah. To be honest, he's probably watching them play second division, Moldovan side who nobody's ever heard of, but they are championship. Sorry, I love you, Chris. We're just going to quickly run through the comments. Liam Humby said he would have been good backup for us. Yes, I think honestly I agree with you there, Liam. He's not in the squad. Is he injured? I don't think he's out there. I think it's something that's been done whilst the team are abroad. Looks like West Ham are going to get us underway. We haven't seen the new third kit. The Cherries are in the home shirt today, and we are underway. West Ham go straight back to the goalkeeper. Manny, hope you're doing well, Manny. He says, "Hey up, gentlemen. Hope the Cherries have had a good pre-season so far." Not bad, not bad. The Man United game was a bit disappointing, but hopefully, fingers crossed, today is when we get back on our feet and start again, put that behind us. Sean says, if Callum stays fit, they would have picked up a bargain, but a club in our position couldn't risk that. Yeah, that's very true.
Just very quickly, Craig, just before you carry on there, it looks like Cherries might be playing alongside Adams. It looks like Scott's a little bit further up.
Oh, fair enough.
So far, sorry, carry on.
No, that's all right. That's interesting. Bit of a change there by Areola. Maybe he's just testing some things out. Manny said, I wouldn't be too harsh on Wilson. He's had a fine career, and this move to West Ham could reignite his career the way it did for Danny Ings. West Ham do seem to like their veteran strikers.
Yeah.
They most definitely do. They most definitely do. We're playing around at the back there. Sabani has got the ball at this moment in time. He's going to go back to Tyler Adams there. Hamid Traore is going to go short, but Adams chooses to go to Zabania, who goes to Smith. Smith on the right-hand side goes back to Zabania, and we're going back to Adams, who is kind of, covering for Zabania as he goes forwards. Sean said, Neto starting again really looks like him being second choice. I think it probably is, to be honest. Brooks here. Brooks is in a good position. He's going to cross the ball. Oh, that's a good defensive move there by the West Ham man. Brooks did a fantastic job there. I don't know if you're a little bit behind me again, Matt.
Only by seconds. I've just seen it now. So, yeah.
Yeah, good move.
Very good move. Yeah, very good move. Corner.
Malcolm says, what do you mean about couldn't risk it? Interesting. Do you think we could have risked bringing Callum Wilson back?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was watching that. Callum Wilson, like I say, I love Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
I just think we're in a different place now. And I just think, with his, unfortunate injury background, I just think maybe other options would be better to explore. And that's probably why, obviously, the club hasn't, brought him back in.
Yeah.
I just think, and also, his spell with us was so good, was so prolific.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible for him to come back and not sort of have the same impact, in my opinion.
100%.
And I think, like I say, good luck to him at West Ham. And like Manny said there about West Ham liking their, veteran strikers. You keep Callum Wilson fit in this West Ham side, he'll score your goals. So, and that's what West Ham, I think, rely on Bowen a bit too much, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, Bowen is really that force up front. And, you know, if you've got someone like Callum, you know, that can assist with that and he stays fit, he's going to be an absolutely fantastic asset for him. So, but I just think we're in a different place
100%.
now, personally. But yeah, love the guy as a player. Really do.
Definitely. Dan Short said no Cliver or Sinistera today. Manny has said, I was expecting Neto to leave. Looks as though he could stay and maybe his end his career at Dean Court. I think it's because there's no takers because of the amount of money.
Yeah, that I mean, with Neto, I know there's been a couple of comments about Neto. I think, you know, if he's not going to leave, then I think obviously he's going to play that second goalkeeper role, isn't he?
Yes.
And you know, I suppose really with his experience that he has got, yes, I know there's a mistake there every now and then, but you know, I think it'd be probably not. I think you kind of got to use that on the bench, but I think in an ideal situation, in that a club picks him up, I think.
Petrovic is a quality buy, though, Manny says.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
number one. It's got to be number one.
He's really shone in this competition, even though conceding 4 against Manchester United. You know, I can't say he was at fault for any of those.
It was 3 against United. I think Will Dennis conceded the 4th one, I think.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes. Sorry, I apologise.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always just judge keepers on how many they concede.
Yeah.
You know, it is a team effort. But the saves and you know, I think his distribution wasn't great against United, I must admit. But in terms of his saves, then he has impressed.
That was close. Brooks there tried to get the ball back in, and the West Ham man gets it the right side for them of the post. Oh, that was close.
Definitely
I don't think he knew much about that.
Yeah, no, I don't think he did. But we're definitely the livelier side in the first 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's Juve who's knocked that out. Brooks has got a corner here. We'll just go back to your comments in a second. But corner coming in from David Brooks. That's a very good corner. Ball's come out to Traore. It's gone straight back in to the mix. And Zabania, frustrated, I think. There could have been a bit of pushing and shoving there. Neto is out quite a way. And we start again. Alex Scott taking it forwards. Sinesi lost the ball there, but luckily Adam Scott was covering. David Brooks here tries to find Adam Smith again, fails to. West Ham going through the middle by the looks of things. Nope, they go back to the goalkeeper and they start again. Shauna said chances is that he'll get injured and we have enough of that already. That's the problem with Callum Wilson. But, you know, I would still have bought him back. I still would have bought him back as an impact sub. I think he would have still done a fantastic job here. And to be honest, I don't think he could ever harm his legacy. I don't think he could, Matt. I don't think he could. You know, he was one of the team that, you know, helped us get into the Premier League the first time round. Can't see him harming his legacy. Ashraf, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But where is Julian Arejo? Very good question.
It's on the bench.
On the bench today. So there we are. But yeah, Adam Smith is preferred. I think Julian Arejo, I think he needs to learn a little bit more about. I think he's a little bit naive. Sometimes he go forward. Oh, great ball! Oh, Evan Nilsson's just hit the post. Hits the right post and it goes straight across the goal. We talked about West Ham's defender getting it the right side for them of the post. We get it.
He done well there to play himself on side, I think.
He did, yeah.
Slightly offside, then he's brought himself back on. Yeah, so he's up.
Keeper beaten there.
Beautifully timed, I think, there by Evan Nelson.
Yeah. I tell you what, the stadium looks nice as well in Atlanta. I don't know where Atlanta is. Is that Georgia? I don't know where Atlanta is. Mercedes-Benz Arena.
I know that they wear. I know that they wear red and black stripes. The team that play there.
Do they? Fair enough. fair enough.
But
To
where
be
they
honest,
are geographically, I couldn't tell you.
no. No, I know there's Atalanta, the Italian side. They play in blue and black, don't they? Um, Liam said, "Ha ha." I don't know what that's referring to. That might be me going mad all of a sudden. Um, Malcolm said, "If players don't play, then won't get injured. Every game is a risk, but you need to give all the players minutes to get them up to the right level." Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I completely agree with that. As long as I see drive, then I'll be happy. Yeah, completely agree. Shauna says, looks like you're behind live coverage. Can you give a time count? My time count is 9 minutes as just now. Ball's just crossed over. Tavernier completely misses it, but it's gone to Trefair. Great ball into Alex Scott. Hammy Traore. Oh, good shots there. Good shot there from outside the box. Looks like it's taken a deflection. Hamid Traore has surprised me in this summer series. Has he got a future at AFC Bournemouth? There's a question for everybody. Has Hamid Traore got a future at AFC Bournemouth? Put your answers in the comments. We have started well. Yeah, most definitely. Matt makes a great point. Makes no sense in buying any old stars with the club on a different trajectory. Yeah, I do see, but I still bring him back. I still bring him back. I think I'm being a bit nostalgic, to be honest, there, Manny. Shauna said, definitely a good start. Where was this against Man United? I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, that one there from Trefair, that
mm,
looked like it was going to a very, very good deflection with a better team, though, by far. Badger and Bournemouth fans said, nice run there. I love your commentary, Craig. I've got my coverage on mute now, and we're in perfect sync. There we are. Thanks, Manny. There we are. I could be a commentator. There we are. I'll put the CVs in for that. Do you think Alex Paulson will come on in the second half? I hope so. To be honest, I would have started him today.
yeah. I'd like to see that because the last couple of games, we saw Neto and Petric in the first game, didn't we?
Yeah.
The second game, Will Dennis come on, I think, for like the last 15 minutes or so. So today it would be nice to see Paulson get 45 minutes, to be honest. It would be nice to see that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Get ready for a shot, said Sean. Yeah, well, I think we've just seen that. I think we're a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind in the comments. This is great stuff from you lot so far. 100%, I agree. This was a lot better than the Man United game. Man United, we were completely unrecognisable. Tonight, we seem a lot better. Oh, that was good chasing there by Alex Scott. And put the West Ham and the pressures there. That was lacking against Man United. To be honest, I know that I saw more highlights than anything else because, of course, 2:30 in the morning. There was no way I was staying up for it. But does that make me a bad fan? But yeah, I was shattered. But yeah, here we go. Go forwards here. Oh, Tavernier. Yeah, I just couldn't get his feet right there. Have to score there, Badger and Bournemouth fan said. Yeah, definitely. Malcolm has said he's in Georgia, so Atlanta is in Georgia. See, I know my American states here. Was it Georgia that they went to on Top Gear once, and they had rednecks throw stones at them or something? I can't remember now. No, that's Alabama. Alabama. Oh, I'm a big Top Gear fan, mate. You know me. Evan Nielsen has had some really great crosses to take advantage of. Yeah, 100%. You are ripping them apart, said Manny. Yes, long may that continue. West Ham don't look very good at all. I'm surprised they've beaten Everton playing like this. I'd be a little bit worried if I was a West Ham fan.
Yeah.
To be honest, I said that about Everton as well, though, didn't I? It's hit into the side net in there by Marcus Tavernier. And the West Ham goalkeeper's got hold of it.
Traore there. That I mean,
was for Porky the pig.
when you're saying there about Tavernier hitting the side net there was a good ball in there from Cherries.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it again now on the replay there, and it's a lovely, precise ball from Cherries.
He's really shone. He's a surprise for me. Oh, that was bad by Senesi. Senesi's done that a couple of times. And he seems a little bit out of sync since when he got injured last season. And Dean Howson come in, and then he was kind of frozen out of the team because Howson was just so good. He just seems a little bit out of sync for me. I'm a little bit worried about Senesi. I don't know about that, but we got Adam Smith on the right-hand side here. He's got the ball. David Brooks is, he goes to Brooks, goes back to Smith. Brooks here in a great position. Oh, what a move that was! Goes towards the middle, but couldn't find a man. And West Ham clear it, and they clear it quite a way. And we cover quite nicely. Marcus Tavernier goes back to Neto, and Neto goes to Zabanier, who, of course, has been linked again with PSG. There is more and more and more rumours that, Zabanier is going to be leaving for 68 million euros. That's what I saw earlier on. But why would we be playing him if there was truth in that? Twitter again. I don't believe anything.
Yeah, but it's also on other socials. It's everywhere, isn't it? It's not just on Twitter. It's everywhere.
68 million euros. I don't know how much that works out in pounds. There's not that much difference. I would say about 66.
I read 68 with substantial add-ons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but then there's all sorts of different things out there. I mean, from the manager's perspective, I suppose until the player is actually, I mean, it's a different situation to some, isn't it? There's some obviously where you get like an Isaac situation where he doesn't want to train, and I think he's training somewhere else, isn't he, at the minute? I think he's training with Real Sociedad or at their training ground at the minute. Because he's trying to force the move. I don't think, we got players that, still want to be part of the side until the moment they leave. And there's only so long, isn't there, that we can withstand the pressure of, teams, clubs coming in like that and being linked to. I mean, look at the Kirkes situation. I mean, until the deal's done, there's, he's a Bournemouth player. But there was a good. Someone put something on one of the socials today I saw, and the comment was, if we hold these quality players back, we will be able to attract in more young quality of players that we have been. So
true.
It's one of those, isn't it? We all want to keep him. He's a Bournemouth player, like I say. Until the shirt's in his hand, he's a Bournemouth player. But we can't be seen to be holding players back, because then it'd be more difficult for us to attract those quality players in.
Yeah, I do see that point. Chris Hubble has said it's a good game so far. Yes, it most definitely is.
More entertaining than the other night, anyway.
Yeah. The Devil went down to Georgia. Oh, is that a song? I think that's a song, isn't it?
Not too sure.
Devil went down to Georgia. Yeah. Marcos lacking a little positional sense. I love that. That's brilliant. Bit of positional sense. Yeah, completely agree. I think he's been my biggest worry. I think is he lacking confidence? Is he lacking, a little bit of awareness? Is he, he's lost he hasn't had the games because he's been behind Howson and he's been behind Zabanier, and that's no bad thing. But at the same time, I think he needs a run in the team to actually get back to where he was. He's a good player. He's shown that before, but yeah, he hasn't got the positional sense, like you say, Manny. Badger and Bournemouth fan, we're so much more aggressive today than against Manchester United. Yeah, I didn't see anything this against Man United, but then again, I didn't watch it throughout. Brooks looking good. I agree with that. David Brooks, what a player. Yep, 100% Manny. I don't believe it either. This is talking about Zabanier. I hope there's nothing in it, but we shall see. Fabrizio Romano keeps mentioning it on a daily basis, but can't even spell Zabanier's name right. So maybe he's
But
talking about somebody else.
he's normally a very, very reliable source, and when he talks about things, he gets a lot of stuff right, doesn't he? That's the worrying thing.
Well, I think he's talking about a different player in my eyes. He's talking about Zabarini. Zabarini is on his way to not onto PSG, not Zabania. That's what I hope anyway. If it's not a done deal, then he plays on as Cherry. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. One last dance with Zabania, says Tommy Pear. Yeah, possibly so. Sean says, so Traore has changed for me, but time to be controversial. Brooks has overtaken Semenyo in my starting lineup. To be honest, I can see why you're saying that. Brooks has been excellent.
Brooks has played really, really well in this tournament. Does he start ahead of Semenyo for me? I don't think so.
I really like Brooks. I think
really like Brooks. I really like Brooks.
To come back from what he had, yeah, he's been outstanding. To come back from what he had, you should have sort of seen the stats. They were low, compared to the other rest of the team. But he's built himself up, and he's now back at that same level, and that's full credit to him. So yeah, I really, really, really do hope he gets as many chances as possible next year, Brooks, because he's a special player and he's a special person who I want to see continue at this football club for years to come. And a lovely guy as well, lovely guy. Just moving on. If he was leaving, wouldn't Hill be playing? Yes. Yep. Most. Well, you could say that.
Quite possibly. Yeah. Quite possibly. But he's probably got the right attitude. The other night I thought he looked a bit lethargic against United, but then again, it wasn't the greatest performance by the team as a whole. But he's shown his professionalism here by playing anyway. He's linked to PSG. He's probably just letting the process take its course, but he's being a professional and still turning out for his club. So, if he does end up going to PSG, then in my eyes, he's been really professional about it. Not every player sort of throws their toys out the pram, do they? So,
no, exactly.
I think full credit to him, really. It's just one of those unfortunate things, but I think once you've gone past the comment after the next, I think kind of Manny's hit the nail on the head with his comment regarding that anyway.
Well, that was a song actually for the Charlie Daniels band. The Devil Went to Georgia.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I didn't realise Charlie Daniels had a band. Yeah, Charlie on the singing the songs, Steve Cook on the drums. You had Frano on the guitar, and you had Steve Fletcher on the tambourine. Tommy Pear, we are very blessed with wingers, with Brooksy, Semenyo and Dango. 100% agree. Interested to see how they'll all develop for us. I think Brooksy's probably. I don't think Brooks will, grow any more. I think though he is a quality player in that position. Whereas I think Semenyo, I think he could learn a little bit more. I think there's a bit more growth in Semenyo.
And a silly free kick there to give away as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Not in a silly position, but it was just Senesi's gone in behind Bowen there. Just silly, really.
There's that comment, Matt. So exactly, Matt. Players and managers come and go, but the club and the fans all still remain. Look at Dominic Solanke, left for Spurs and become a European champion, but you replaced him with Evan Nielsen.
That's the thing. It's all about replacing with top young talent, and like we said before, it's a stepping stone, isn't it? Dino, stepping stone. Kirkes, stepping stone. But we've attracted in a great left back who's young, who's been captain of his club. I think he's an Olympic silver medalist as well, isn't he? So we've attracted a good young replacement to fill that void. So,
Mhm.
it's a difficult one. We don't want to see our best players leave. We've said it time and time again, but
Yeah.
that's just the nature of it, unfortunately. If we'd have kept could have kept all our back four together, then we would have done. But it's just the way it's working at the minute, isn't it? And we're bringing, trust the process, like Malcolm always says, trust the process. The recruitment department have done an excellent job over the last several years.
Mhm.
And let's trust in what they bring in. I'm sure they've got their targets.
Yeah.
And it's a case of, bringing players in as and when they can. We brought Evan Ilson in quite late, didn't we?
Oh,
Last,
West Ham have just scored.
just about. I'm
And
just seeing build up play now.
yeah, that was poorly defended. Could Neto have done better? Let's
I
just
don't
have a
know. Well,
look.
I mean, look when you look at it again.
That was full
See
Krug.
who's picking the players up.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
question the position. You can maybe question the position possibly, but for me, that's the defence.
Traffair, for all he's done very well, maybe he should have stayed on his feet. Track Bowen a little bit more. Yeah.
He's their number 11 is just completely free to take a shot there. No closing down quickly or.
No. Is that Senesi's fault? Is it Zabania's fault? One of them should have really. Maybe Zabania.
Should have reacted to that, I think.
Yeah,
A bit
100%.
quicker. May not have stopped the goal, but may have just shown a bit of intent.
Mhm.
But initially, he's had too much time. That's an easy goal. And the disappointing thing about this is we've played so well this half.
We have.
It's very disappointing to give that goal away, to be honest.
100%. We've got a couple more people as well on Instagram. We might as well just interlude with that as well. We've got Charlie, Tommy. We've got 22 Fletch, so not Steve Fletcher, but 22 Fletch. Hello, 22 Fletch. Lee Naylor. We've got Cameron. We've got Higgins AFCB. We've got Tamworth FC. And we've got P Simps 99. So please, guys, come over to the YouTube channel. You can make comments on here as well. But yeah, poor goal to give away. And yeah, a bit disappointing. West Ham suddenly are looking like they're on top. Manny said, I like Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles. Ray Charles, I'm sure I like his music. I'm thinking of other songs.
Yeah, you would have.
Is he Motown? I love Motown.
Yeah, Motown.
Yeah, love Motown.
So,
Al Green, Marvin Gaye. Yeah. They're honestly great bands. Daniel said, I really like Brooks from first season in the Premier. I watched him in the cup match before he started playing in the Premier League. David Brooks will keep on trying for a goal when he doesn't score. Yeah, 100%. 100% there. Sean says, well, that was a mess. Yeah, it was. Most definitely. I think part of that could be down to Traffair. Part of that, either Zabania or Senesi has to take responsibility. Who do you reckon it was? Was it Zabania? Was it Senesi? Who would you put the blame on there? Chris Hubble said the goal for West Ham 1-0. Yeah, disappointing. Badger and Bournemouth fan has said, how is your wife doing? Hope she's doing well, Sean. She's doing well. And I think Neto had a chance to dive on the ball. Yeah, you could say Neto should have come and claimed it.
No, I don't put any blame on Neto there personally.
Don't you?
No.
Is he just being a fall guy though? Because of course, he's lost his place in the
There's always
team.
a fall guy, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the defence should have reacted a bit quicker there. In fairness.
Yeah, I blame the defender who was marking full Krug. No blame on Neto. Yeah. Oh, yes! Go on! Oh, flip's sake. I was going to say something else there, but I'll mind my language.
Wasn't the best delivery from the corner, but then the initial ball back in was really good. And that was really unlucky.
Yeah, it was.
Fair play to West Ham keeper there for getting something.
Sabania. And then Evan Nielsen.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have tried to header it down. I think it was the angle. The angle that, come at him. David Brooks has it on this right-hand side. He's got Adam
Yeah,
Smith
great
supporting
hand
to the
there.
left-hand side. Adam Smith overlap. Well done. Pass back to Tyler Adams. We've lost a bit of momentum after that goal now. Sean said, yeah, she's doing well, but she has another session, 20 sessions to go. Hopefully she makes a full recovery, Sean. We're all with her. And can't blame Neto on that one. Yeah. There we are. We've got Ken and we've got Superstar J, who has also gone on to Instagram. So please come over to the YouTube channel. Come and have a conversation with us. We always like that. So here we go. We're about half an hour in. Just coming up to the 29th minute. Zabania passes it forwards. Crunch on Alex Scott there. That's a booking for me.
Yeah, I'm just about to see that now.
That was a little bit from behind. That was a bit naughty.
Yeah. I think that's Potts, isn't it? Yeah, Potts.
Yeah.
Definitely a free kick.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
I'll do a Danny Dyer impression, seeing as we're playing West Ham. Well, it's proper naughty, that one. That didn't sound like Danny Dyer at all.
No.
Matt's face
No.
is like, please don't do that again.
No, that's not if you want Chris from Leicester Till I Die. With his Paddy stuff.
Hopefully he's watching Leicester versus a Moldovan second division side at this moment in time, because he'll take the piss out of that. Sean said, I think we might go for the record for hitting the bar. Wasn't we top or basically there last season for that record? I think we were quite high up.
We did have a big record last season, didn't we, for hitting
we did. We did.
Yeah.
And Adam Smith is literally like a Duracell battery legend, the Duracell bunny of Bournemouth.
Yeah, Smithy, love him.
Yeah, 100%.
Good ball. But yeah, probably defensively, West Ham should have done better there rather than kicking it out for the corner. If he had to kick it out, you'd have tried and kicked it out for a throw in there, surely. So I think he made a slight mistake there. But obviously, you'll take those. You'll take those to have a corner.
The ball goes all the way forwards, and it looks like it's going to be our throw on here. Treffer's going to take it. He's going to go back to Marco Senesi, who is going to bring it forwards by the looks of things. Back to Treffer. Treffer passes it forwards there to Tavernier, who knocks it out and should have done better. You know, if there was any possibility, you know, maybe let it go slightly and then go round and, you know, take it forwards. To be honest, he wasn't under any real pressure there. Sabania poofs it out of play and it's turned into a little bit of a stalemate, and this will suit West Ham. And yeah, completely agree with what Chris has said there. Smithy is a great AFCB player.
Absolutely.
You know, he's a legend. Absolutely legend at this football club. Alex Scott was trying to close down the man, but he's gone to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper kicks it forwards. He's got a long kick on that goalkeeper. Tyler Adams headers it back to the West Ham man. It looks like, I think it's Paqueta on this side. No, is that Potts? And ball comes in. Is that Paqueta or is that Potts? Number 10.
Out wide, that's Paqueta.
Yeah, I thought Paqueta. Yeah, I thought it was Paqueta. I just doubted myself there for a moment. There you are. That's the difference between.
Yeah, sorry, you said.
That's the difference between me and a professional commentator, Manny. But yeah, and Smith goes back to Tyler Adams. Neto, what's he going to do? Yeah, he's gone out to this side. Senesi's moved it forwards. Treffer has moved forwards very, very quickly and very nicely, and he tries to dink it inside, which would have been a great move. but it just didn't happen. Didn't come to it anything. Shauna said was in control, but it seems to be backwards and forwards in the middle. Yeah, 100%. And no one is closing down across like that, like the Man United game. Yeah, I think
That's it. That's it.
Smithy on the right hand side. David Brooks goes back to Smithy. Smithy looks for Zabania. Zabania in pretty much no man's land there. David Brooks, Adam Smith. Zabania has the ball. He's going to go inside, find Senesi. Senesi, again, Trafair is peeling away on that left-hand side. I like him. Zabania, Alex Scott, and then goes into Brooks. Alex Scott takes it back. Zabania, bit of control here from Bournemouth. Senesi, forward it goes. Marcus Tavernier, he's got a race on there for it, but he's won it. Tavernier goes back to Trafair, to Hamid Traore. Tavernier, and it's gone out. Has that gone out for a throw on or a corner? I think it's gone out for a throw. No, I think it is a corner. No, it is throw on. It's very close to it though. Zabania has the ball. He's just brought that forwards a little bit. Oh, that's a nice ball. That's a nice ball. Traore. He's well, he is small. He's small, but couldn't get to that. Traore. Oh, that's no, too high. Too high.
Good ball. But
Too high. Manny, you said, mate, I've done my fair share of commentary watch-alongs. You learn and get better. Yeah, do you know what I need? I don't know if you've ever seen Clive Tills's, list of players, and what he's got is quite interesting. He's got a list of numbers, and he's got a list of the name of the players, and he can read it out. And he's got facts for each one there. That's what I need. That's what I need. Clive Tilsey, needs to share that template for me. Trafair looks incredible when we play through him. Yeah, I agree, Tommy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Smithy likes Indian food. Gavin and Stacey, I love that. Believe it or not, I interviewed Dave's coaches years ago. He's a Swansea City fan, Stefan Rodri, and honestly, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. But yeah, he played Nessa's boyfriend. All right, Nessa, what's curling? In Gavin and Stacey, yeah. I tell you what, one of my favourite sketches from Gavin and Stacey was when Smithy started ordering. I'll have a lamb booner, chicken booner. What else did he have? There was so much stuff.
Peri naan and
Peri naan, onion bhaji. He ordered it all, and then I'll have some of that. No, hang on about
can't share it.
Can't share it. I ordered the booner because I want the booner.
Are you eyeing up my booners, Mick?
Yeah, well, I was actually. Sean said, just like the Premier League, you have to take your chances. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Malcolm said, just done a beautiful dummy on my host to get past him. Grab the last piece of cake in the kitchen. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. What type of cake was it? What type? Was it chocolate cake or? I tell you what, I had a caramel tart the other day from Asda. Immense.
Beautiful.
Salted caramel. Absolutely love it. And any news on the third away kit yet, Matt? There's of course the video you've probably seen on social media. But yeah, we're going to look like a packet of refreshers.
Tuesday, I reckon. Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon it'll be Tuesday, and I reckon we'll probably wear it against Real Sociedad on Saturday. Don't know. Just a guess.
Matt saw it. Oh, you saw the cake, did you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, is it that one? Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
That's nice cake. I'm sure you enjoyed it, Malcolm.
David Brooks here on the right-hand side. He's gone back to Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams has passed the ball back to Adam Smith. And then Zabania. Goes back to Tyler Adams. We're looking at doing something here, but no. It looked like players were going forwards and had like a bit of a set piece there in mind. Oh, good ball that is by Sabanier. Is it got too much legs on it? No, it's not. West Ham players claim it's out. It definitely isn't. And oh, geez, Marcus Tavernier. What is? Come on, Marcus, you can do better than that.
Oh, I thought that ball went out, but
Marcus Tavernier struggling a little bit tonight.
yeah, I
Do you think?
imagine we'll see some changes at halftime. I think maybe some more changes maybe than what we've seen in the other games at halftime. You know, Dango's got to come on. I think.
Yeah, I think Dango.
Which will please Sean, I'm sure.
Yeah, there we are. 6 still on the corners. In fact, if Dango was on the pitch, I think, you know, we'd stand a good chance of actually going in level at this point in time. You know, I think some of the things that Tavernier has kind of squandered there, you know, I think Dango would have probably made more of. I would play him on that side, unless you switch Brooks onto that left and then put Dango on the. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Brooks can always cut in.
Or do we? Play Dango up front?
Yeah, did the job there last season, didn't he?
He did, especially against Forest.
Oh.
Malcolm said the cake wasn't big enough, but it was yummy. It looks hot out there. Yeah, I'm guessing. I think Georgia is quite hot. Evening, guys. Do you remember goalkeeper at Bournemouth called Callum Ward?
Goalkeeper Callum Ward.
Callum Ward. I'm gonna have a little look.
Yeah, was he in the youth team?
Yeah, he was in the youth team. He's at Motherwell now.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, the name rings a bell, but you know, he never played for the first team, did he?
No. I don't think he was ever part of a matchday squad either. I don't think.
Is Marcus related to James, who plays for Rangers? He sure
Brother.
is. Malcolm says, yes, Tav's brother scored today. There we are.
No, Tavernier's brother is, I believe, one of the highest scoring right backs in history. Check his stats out. Yeah,
I never knew that.
I think he's converted a lot of penalties, but when you look at his stats, he's got one hell of a goal ratio for a right back, and he scored with his head today, I think.
Did he?
I think so, yeah. I think it was from a corner or a ball put into the box. Can't remember. I did see a glimpse of it, and I'm pretty certain it was a header he scored today. I might be wrong. Yeah, 131 goals he scored.
Jeez, for a right back.
That's a right back.
Jeez, that's crazy. How many Smithy scored?
Well, I reckon if Smithy scored 15, he'd be lucky.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how many Smithy scored actually off the top of my head, but it would be interesting to. I'll quickly have a little.
Yeah.
I've got his stats here. He has, according to this.
Oh.
He scored a career total of 9 goals.
9 goals. There you are. Is your owner part of Hibs in Auckland? Yes.
That's correct. Yeah, that is correct.
And Hibs won today and on top of the SPL. There we are. And James scored yesterday against Motherwell in Russell Martin's first game as Rangers manager.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
There we are.
James Tavernier added to his 131 goals.
And we are coming up to half time. 3 minutes remaining. Let's have a little look on Instagram. We've got Jeff that's just joined us as well. Hello, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Do come over to the YouTube channel. We have got 34 in here at the moment, plus another 10 over on Instagram. So watching concurrently. There we are. Well, Bournemouth linked with Coyote. Yes, we are. Yes, Kyoto, isn't it? Kyoto.
Yes,
Believe it or not, Kyoto is the team that. Uh, I'll get my words out in a second.
Smithy and Neto having a few words there.
Yeah, not happy with each other. But they are the team actually where Nintendo are based. So if you're a Nintendo fan, that was a good attempt at a good
We
pass
actually did
there.
a very good cherry picking on that last season. It's on the cherry picking playlist where we actually interviewed Daniel, who's a American journalist out there that covers
Yes.
the football, and he knows a lot about the club. So yeah, maybe pop on there and have a look and give that a watch because there's a lot of information on there, wasn't there, Craig?
There is, yeah. You'll find which one it is, which cherry picking it is, because it's got a picture of Mario on it.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll find out which one it is. John Bond has said up the Reds. Oh, are you talking about Manchester United and their game with Everton later on? Sorry, John. I know what I know who John Bond is. He's not a Man United fan. He hates Manchester United. Sean said, I hope no one went to the women's game after it was cancelled. That's two teams afraid to face us. Yes.
Must really sort of hamper your plans as well as a manager.
It
You know, having
must. Yeah, that's the
two
problem,
games.
isn't it?
I know they did an inter-house game with themselves to cover the first one, but you know, it must be really disappointing for the manager to have, you know, two opponents cancel on you during pre-season when you're trying to prep for what lays ahead to be a very, very successful season for them, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. We have been the better team, but it doesn't matter if we can't put the ball in the back of the
Yeah,
net.
yeah. There's been a lot of controlled play in this half, and we've had to be quite patient, haven't we? You know, we've kept a lot of the ball in their part of the field. But yeah, it's one of those where we might have to be patient to find that equaliser. And I think I'm quite confident if we can get the equaliser, we can go on and win it. But it is just getting that equaliser, isn't it? I think we're just going to have to be a little bit patient. I mean, we've got 1 minute. It's just about to finish now, the first half. So, yeah, overall, I would say we've been the better side in possession.
Definitely.
But we just haven't taken our chances. And like Sean
West Ham
said
have.
like Sean said a little while ago, you know, the corner ratio and the shot ratio to what was on target. And yeah, it's it's been good. It's been a good run out, but just a bit of a disappointment that we're behind. But second half to go, and like we say, it's more about the fitness and the game time, isn't it? That's important.
Yeah. John Bond is sunning himself in sunny Spain, probably having a margarita on the beach whilst watching Up the Cherries in all departments. There we go. Good to see you, John. Good to see you. And hope you haven't gone skinny dipping. Smith hasn't scored since 18-19 season, I believe. Yeah. And Manny has actually put the actual piece from the Gavin and Stacey. So I'm going to try and do this now. Hey Mick, I want a chicken boona, lamb boona, prawn boona, mushroom rice, bagged chips, keema naan, and 9 poppadoms. That wasn't a great attempt, was it?
Yeah.
Somebody could do better on that.
You do. Yeah, you may look like him, but you didn't sound like him then.
Oh, that's awful, isn't it? It's awful. I look more like Ricky Gervais. Niall Kane, he's flopped at Rennes and had him at Celtic. Who are we talking about there? Do tell us who you're talking about there. Can't beat poppadoms and a good madras curry and pashri naan, Manny. I love all sorts of curry dishes. Do you know what? I absolutely love going to. And do you know what? We've been we do this thing before every season. At the end of every season, we go to the Spice of India restaurant in Kingston, and do you know what? It's the most amazing Indian food ever outside of India. You know, when you go to India, it's unbelievable. But Yeah, Spice of India in Kingston. Cannot recommend it highly enough. Chris Hubble said it's half time. Love a bit of Gavin and Stacey, says Liam. Yeah, same here. And Michael Cake says hammers all over you. You're watching a different game to me, Michael. You're watching a different game, but good to see you. Please hit the like and the subscribe button as well, mate, because always like to have people, newcomers on here, even if you are a West Ham fan, Michael. Sean says we haven't taken our chances, but the biggest worry is we have had so few on target. We don't want to carry on that on into the season. Yeah, 100%.
Just quickly before we do move on to this comment, Craig, everyone that's watching at the minute, we've got 13 likes on the video on this one. There's loads of people watching, so
Yes.
if everyone could just smash those likes for us, we'd really appreciate it. We'll try and get those likes up as much as we can for this one today. So everybody watching, if you can just smash the likes for us, that would be ideal. We appreciate it greatly.
100%. Manny has said, Neil Kane, big up to you, mate. I do cook a good beef madras. Manny, when I come over to India next, you've got to cook it for me. The secret is Patak's curry paste. Use it to marinate the meat. Yeah, mate, honestly. Amazing. And do you know what? Indian food is not Indian food in the UK. Indian food is just so amazing in India. When I went to Bangalore, or Bengaluru, as they call it in India, the food is absolutely immense, guys. So if you ever get the chance to go to India, go, because it is amazing. Jerry K, good to see you, Jerry. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us, and hit the like, subscribe, the bell button as well. So yeah, good to see you. Niall Kane said, yes, Maddie. There we are. Niall Kane gives his seal of approval. Do you know one thing they don't do in India? Is a vindaloo. It's a British-made spicy dish. You can't get it. You know, when I turned round to my work colleagues in India, and I said, "Oh, which one? Where's this vindaloo?" They were like, "Vindaloo? What's vindaloo?" I was like, isn't that what all Indian people have? It's like, no. So yeah, it's a adapted version. But I tell you what, the Indian food and the curries are so much better in India than they are the UK. Trust me on that. Jerry K has put laughing faces and said his name. Don't know what I've appealed to for him there. Kyoto, isn't it? Is it Kyoto? Kyoto, Matt?
I think he might be meaning a player, but I don't know who the player is, to be honest.
Fair enough. Chris Hubble says need to play better in the second half. AFCB, yeah, I completely agree. We need to take our chances. I think we're playing all right, but we need to take our chances most definitely. Noel Kane said Ange had Kyogo as Kyogo. We're talking about the player. Kyoto is the side that we are paired with in Japan. Kyogo, I get it now. Sorry, Niall. I understand. Controversial. I don't like Indian food, Sean. You are in the minority. But yeah, I think I can't not like Indian food, Matt.
Yeah. I love it. Where's it we go? We go to
Spice of India.
Yeah, it's beautiful in there.
Yeah, Spice of India is absolutely amazing. Daniel said, I can imagine somebody making a clip with Dango getting one of those Super Mario stars.
Yeah. Can I just touch on a comment very quickly?
Go on.
Just this one here from Malcolm.
I
think that's true. It is a case of not everything to fall into place, and I think it's I think that's just hit the nail on the head. Really, we can't really be too worried about the result. Like we say, it would be nice to win today. I think we should win, really, but yeah, it's a case of just trying things out, and we can't expect everything to fall in place. Over the pre-season, can we really?
No, most definitely. Most definitely. We have got Daniel. I like the stream. First thing as I come into the stream, thank you so much,
Yeah.
mate. And Jerry Kay has said, "Have you been to India, Craig? Please tell us more." Yes, I've been to India. I've been to the UAE, and I've been to Singapore. So go and have a look at a cherry abroad. I went to Yas Marinas twice. Once for the tour, once in the car. So the Aston Martin GT4, which was absolutely amazing. Been to Dubai Marina. Been up the Burj Khalifa. Went to Bangalore and the castle in Bangalore. Absolutely amazing place. Loved it. Loved every moment of it. Also, Singapore, went to Gardens by the Bay. Yeah, all you will be able to find all my videos and the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque as well, which was an unbelievable place to go to. So please go and have a little watch of Cherry Abroad. It is on the main page a little bit further down. Liam Humby said, "I like this video for you guys." Thank you so much, Liam. Really appreciate it. And of course, we're going back to Malcolm's comment as well. So, yeah, I think that kind of brings us up to date, Matt. Like Malcolm said there, it is a pre-season friendly. There's not much riding on it, to be fair. We're not going to win the summer series, and neither is it that important about winning the summer series. It would be nice, it would be preference, but hey, if we win that game against Liverpool on that first game of the season, then who cares about winning the summer series? That's much more important. But
Yeah, it's just got to be brought into context, isn't it? That's the most
yeah,
important. It is nice to win, definitely.
mhm,
But yeah, it's all it's all about preparation, isn't it? And making sure we're ready. Everyone's on top form for the start of the season, and really everyone is playing for their starting place again, aren't they? It's a fresh start, new season. Everyone's competing. Look at Dango last year. He played. I know he played quite a starting role during the injuries, but I'm sure this season
yeah,
he really cement his place in the team. So he's really got something to play for. Everyone's got something to play for.
definitely,
So that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about fitness, game time, trying new things out, trying players in slightly different positions like they've done with Traore.
yeah,
It's all about that, rather than the results. But yeah, the winning, it would be good for confidence and but the most important thing is the season is trying to get a result at Anfield. That's the
mhm,
biggest task, isn't it? I mean, if we come away from Anfield with a draw, what a
yeah,
great result! It's going to be a tough place. They've made some really good signings this season, this window.
mhm,
It's a real statement that they want to defend their title by bringing in who they've
100%.
brought in, and it's going to be a very emotional game as well. So
Mhm,
yeah, it's going to be a very, very hard place to go. Anfield's never an easy place to go anyway, but after the signings they've made, I think they're going to make it a little bit tougher there for teams to go there and pick something up now. But yeah, it's a long old season, so even after the first game,
yeah,
it's still a long old season. But yeah, be good. It would be great if we could get something at Liverpool to really kick the season off. But that's the most important thing, isn't it? Everything prepped and ready to go for the season.
100%. Chris Hubble has said, "Did you watch the F1 today, Craig?" I saw the result. Of course, Lando Norris with the win in the Hungarian Grand Prix. I think Charles Leclerc, he finished third or fourth, if I'm right in thinking. I'll have to, let me just double check. Yeah, he was fourth. Oscar Piastri is second place. So yeah, Lando Norris, very, very, very good result for him. Max Verstappen, all the way down in ninth as well. Not an F1 man, Matt?
No, not at all.
Fair enough. Probably
No,
don't know
couldn't
what
tell
I'm
you
on about
anything.
then.
No,
Fair
no. I'll
enough.
be honest with you. I don't watch it. I see it when I see it on like Sky News and stuff, and I pick up little bits here and there. But yeah, no, I don't really. no much.
It's one of those things as well. I think if you go to a track, it's actually better than watching it on the TV as well. So, to actually watch it, is in real life is better than actually just seeing it on TV. But hey, great result today from Lando, and hopefully, fingers crossed, lots more to come from him. Of course, the season ends at the Yas Marinas Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi as well. So, hopefully, we'll see lots of twists and turns before then, and some good results for the British contingent. Of course, Lewis Hamilton, Ferrari, not doing particularly well, really. So yeah, hang on, that's a question for you, Chris. Lewis Hamilton, is that because of his driving, or do you feel that's because of the car that he's driving? There's a question for you. Just replaying the goal, Smith not close enough to stop the cross. Trofea probably put him off. So if stayed on feet, would have had an easier shot. Yeah, I did say actually he should have stayed on his shot. Then the final shot, Zab and Senesi both went to the line. I think it was probably more Zab than Senesi that was at fault there, but let us know in the comments who you thought was at fault. Badger and Bournemouth fan, I agree with Malcolm, but winning is always better than losing. Yeah, of course, we'd like to, but then again, there's teams that have lost every single game in pre-season and then gone on to do really, really well in the season. So it is all a case of testing the team out, getting everything prepared. And if I'm right in thinking, Matt, I'm trying to think now. That season where we was promoted to the Premier League, the first time round, 2014-15, we had a terrible pre-season, didn't we, that year? Our results weren't all there, were they?
Now you're asking.
Because the season before we played Real Madrid, didn't we? Because it was the season before when we was promoted to the Championship. That's when we played Real Madrid, and then it was the season after that where we won promotion. I seem to remember we didn't have a great pre-season, or am I imagining that?
Off the top of my head, I don't think we had the greatest, but what actually the results were, I can't actually
No,
remember off the top of my head.
this is the problem. Is that they are meaningless games, in my view. They are games that you want to test out your squad. You want to get everything in order. So
Well, look at Manchester United. I mean, Sean made the point. I think was it Sean or someone in the chat when we did Cherry AM on Thursday. It might have been someone in the chat said that United won all their pre-season games last season, and look at the season they had. So yeah, you can't really judge.
Exactly.
But there's some changes being made. I think I've seen Semenyo there warming up.
Yeah. Iriola is just speaking to the staff. The staff of the TV station. I think it's Peacock, isn't it? That is on after Zoe Rundle's put him in the direction of the TV crews. So yeah, Iriola's just having a chat there to them. One of them should have been on the goal line, not both. I think so.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, close down the man. One close down the man. One.
Yeah, you would expect at least one of them to do that.
Yeah. Liam said, "I did, Chris. Well done to Lando. Yes, most definitely. Yep, well done, Lando, Liam. I know it's pre-season. Teams have lost all of them, still being successful, but with a new backline, I think it would have given a big confidence boost. Anton Semenyo is on. Petrovic is coming on.
That's a shame.
As well.
It'd have been nice to see Poulsen today, but then we might see Poulsen next weekend. So
yes, yeah, definitely for the Real Sociedad game. Of course, at Dean Court as well. Would you rather win the FA Cup and make the Europa League? FA Cup, yeah.
Then you qualify for Europe as well, don't you, through that? So, I mean, FA Cup would be amazing. If it was a case of qualifying through a league position or winning the FA Cup, for me, it's the FA Cup. I think the FA Cup is would be it would really put us on the map if we could win the FA Cup.
100%. Just going to quickly run through these. We're playing well. West Ham had one chance and taken it. That's the difference. Yep, agree. Pre-season player are learning from their mistakes, and managers see what works and doesn't work. Instead of winning the summer series, I would want to see Bournemouth get into the final of the FA Cup. Do you know what? That's the dream for me. Get a trophy. Here's David Brooks. David Brooks seems to have gone over to the left-hand side then, which I thought might have happened. Zabani has got the ball at the moment. Sean said, if you win the FA Cup, you get into Europe. So I believe so far, Cup. Yep. John Bonder said, Kirkes, what a player. He most definitely is.
He is. Yeah.
Quality player. But Trevor is doing a good job and stepping into his shoes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't miss Milos too much. Looks like some changes. I think Lewis Hamilton is a bit overrated. Ooh, controversial that. Controversial. I think he's a great driver. Maybe he's lost his way, and I don't think the Ferrari car is as good. I don't think it's as good. I think he needs to find that winning formula, and it's all about specs in F1. They can all. It's all that slight difference makes so much. Semenyo on, says Sean. And oh yeah, forgot you get into Europe if you win the cup. So it's a bad question. Oh, that's all right, Badger and Bournemouth fan. Understand completely. My favourite F1 driver is GR and Kim. There we are. So here we go. And ball's coming back in. Oh, that's a. Evan Nilsson didn't know much about that. Evan Nilsson needs to really, hit the ground running. Just get a couple in pre-season, just so he's got that little bit of confidence flowing. Because he did have a bit of a barren spell at the start of last season, didn't he? And West Ham here. Oh, that's a very, very good ball. Wow, too far. Good pull back there, but the cross into the box. No, I think that's Juve, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of crosses.
Graham Potter. He always looks scared. I don't know about. I don't know if anybody else has thought that about Graham Potter, but he always looks petrified. Trevor passes the ball forwards. Just an observation. But we've lost it straight away. This isn't good. Well, it didn't for Crystal Palace this year. That is an injustice. Crystal Palace. How you can change the rules, I don't know. This multi-club ownership, just keep Lyon and Crystal Palace away from each other. I just think it's just completely and utterly wrong. Crystal Palace deserve to be in the Europa League and not in the Conference League. And do you know what? Nottingham Forest and Marinakis have tried to put the real boot into that. Marinakis is a bit of a knob, though, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's an absolute knob, that bloke. He is, though, Matt, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't really know, to be honest.
the Forest chairman, if anybody's wondering. Semenyo passes the ball over to Sabanier, and then gone back there. Smithy on the right hand side. And we seem to be keeping the ball, but we need to do something with it. Trefair's got loads of room here to run into, but he takes the passes there to Alex Scott, but gets it back. He's putting some real pressure on here. I really like him. As a defender, and also the pressure he puts on players. Spanier that was a bit risky, but he's come away with it. Traffair moves forwards again. Lots of space for him. He's getting quite a bit of space here. But no, it's lost by his teammate in the centre. Tavernier, I think, was of course, in all honesty, I think he was struggling in this game a little bit. Don't you?
Who's that? Sorry.
Tavernier.
Yeah, sometimes though it's good to freshen things up as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I know we've made, the change with bringing Semenyo on. Be interested to see what other changes he makes during this half, I think.
Sean said, not the same start, but got to give credit to West Ham for still fighting even when we was on top. Yeah, most definitely. And Liam Humby said, I would love to see us win a major trophy at Wembley. That's the dream. That's my dream. Go to Wembley, see us win a major trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't have a better day, could you really, than going to Wembley and winning a trophy. Obviously, I've been to Wembley with us in the Auto Windscreen Shield. Obviously, I know it's not the same sort of cup, but it was a cup day out. It was a great day out. Everything was perfect until that golden goal, winning goal, which sort of but yeah, I mean, it's great to go to Wembley, in a cup final, but it's even better to win it.
If we had got past City, which I think, we gave them the biggest scare until the final, I honestly think we could have done it.
I think so. I think
Which
so.
is a bit gutting. It really opened up for us.
As Palace proved as well, the cup final was a one-off game and anything can happen.
Semenyo here goes on the inside. Oh,
Yeah,
still got the ball.
good ball.
Oh no, Hamid Traore. Oh, it's hit the referee. Now, what happens in this situation? Because that would have gone to Traore. The referee stopped the game. He's speaking to Traore. Is this a new rule? Oh, we got the camera on the referee's face there. It's a bit of a different one. It looked like for a moment when you play FIFA and then all of a sudden you start going into the player mode so you can look at all the players' faces and how close they are and realistic they are. They never used to be very realistic for Bournemouth years ago. But now it's a bit, West Ham breaking away here. We need to do something. Senesi, that...
Losing the ball there from Adams, though, that's where
that's dangerous, isn't it?
Can't lose a ball like that.
Senesi kind of stopped that a little bit, which, is good, but...
And a lot of West Ham fans now be looking at that thinking Bowen should finish that. Or at least get it on target.
Senesi did make it awkward and, allowed us a little bit of time to get everybody back. Traffair put off Bowen, though. Made that angle a bit narrower, which was really good. Hey, those things are going to happen during the season. It's how we respond to them. Not even, Man City, as good, or Liverpool, as good as they are going to be exempt from those sort of situations throughout the season. So, to be honest, I think, how we managed that once it did happen was actually really, really good. Kudos to Senesi there. Hamid Traore, the ball's knocked away from him. West Ham really up in the ante. Traffair showing his skill again. Oh, that was a little bit short to Brooksy, but couldn't do much more. Brooksy maybe could have gone a little bit closer. A little bit shorter, but the impetus has kind of dropped a little bit. And I think Iriola's probably having a little look and thinking, well, what changes do I need to make here? I think there is changes that need to be made. Traore has played very, very well, but I think he's looking a little bit lost. He's looking a little bit predictable in that situation now. Maybe this is the problem with Traore. Maybe that's what, you know. No, here's a good run. Very, very good ball there to Evan Nilsson. I'll take it back. Evan Nilsson pushed and bullied to that right-hand side.
Defender done well there with Evan Nilsson by showing him away from goal, didn't he?
Yeah. A sub is warming up. Looks like Craig will be coming on shortly. What, me? I need to get on the plane first. Would you be worried if I was warming up on the sidelines? Yes.
No comment required.
No comment required. It looks like we are starting to chase the game, which is always risk with our style of play. Yeah, 100%. Malcolm, did I see you on Wednesday at the club shop when I went to buy the away shirt? Possibly.
Probably, yeah.
And Sean said, definitely turning into a game of two halves, but that's the importance of taking your chance even when you're playing badly. Yes. And Badger and Bournemouth fan. Oh crikey, this is a bit. Do you remember Jesse Marsh, the former Leeds manager? He played soccer at the same high school as my daughters went to in Wisconsin. I found that kind of crazy. Yes, yes. I know Jesse Marsh very, very well. Actually, a guy that I really like, personality-wise, he's a really, really, really decent guy. And I made a video with Dan from the Square Ball, which is the biggest Leeds channel out there. And it was when Iriola was going through this real, real slump, and I couldn't see how. I thought, it wasn't Iriola's fault. I didn't think we had the players to play his system. And then I turned around and I said, you know what? To get points on the board, we need Jesse Marsh in. That's why I'm not Simon Francis, Richard Hughes, Thiago Pinto, or Bill Foley. That's why. But yeah, luckily it all did come together. So yes. Malcolm said, I don't know, Liam. If I was there, you should have spoken to me. And I nodded to you, said, Liam, there we are. There we are. No doubt. You know who each other are for next time. It's not a problem. Liam, I don't do nods. And Daniel said, don't comment. It's not worth risk getting banned. Is that about the Jesse Marsh bit? To be honest, I find it funny now. Somebody turned around to me and sent me a message, and they said, "Are you going to remove those videos where you was doubting Areola?" And I was like, "No." At the end of the day, I said it. And I made the mistake. And you know what? I'd rather look back at them and laugh at them and go, "Yeah, I was completely and utterly wrong." I'd much rather that. So, yeah. Liam has said, haha. Paul Sant said, Traore is man of the match so far for me. Evan Nilsson not up to speed at the moment. Bring on Dango. And I think Dango is needed for the quality and Ben for the energy. There we are. And, we've lost Matt for a moment. There we are. It's just me on my lonesome for the moment. Sure, it's technical issues. I tell you what, let me go on to solo layout for the moment. Oh, there we are. Malcolm said Matt's gone for some cake. Possibly. But yeah, technical issues. It's not a problem. He'll be back. Whilst we're waiting for him, I'll comment on what's happening. So Traffair moves the ball forwards. That's a good cross. Oh, Evan Nielsen, he's not fallen for him today. We're an hour in, half an hour to go. Iriola looks a little bit frustrated, to be fair. But yeah, it's one of those. Better to admit a wrong opinion than to not deny it. Yeah, 100%. We all have a bad take on things. Yeah, it was mostly a bad take, to be honest. I've got full credit for Jesse Marsh, to be honest, and what he did when he was at Leeds. And like I say, I laugh at it now. There were some people that did, take the mick. Oh, he's beat back. You all right, Matt?
Yeah, I just had to run off. I needed some water, so.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and you were chatting away. I know when you chat away, it's hard for people to get a word in edgeways anyway, so I thought you wouldn't miss me for 2 minutes.
You didn't go for the Indian then?
No, unfortunately not.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I wish I had, but no.
I would have been jealous if you come back up and there's an Indian there sat on the desk.
Yeah,
do you know what we should do? We should have done this in person, and then just ordered in an Indian together. There we are, job done. Mid-game Indian.
Nice.
Malcolm's put the laughing face.
Could have done it live from Spice of India.
Yes, that's what we need to do next time. Spice of India. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, look, guys, can you allow us to come in and we'll actually, do it live from your restaurant? Hey, we could even advertise it. We might get a free booner. A free booner.
Can't believe you've hit the woodwork again. But
yeah. What was that? What was that dish called? It wasn't the vindaloo. I asked for the vindaloo, but what was the one that I got actually served up?
I'm
trying to think now. It's hotter than the vindaloo, isn't it? It's done on purpose.
I can't remember. But all I remember was you sitting there
sweating. Sean said
that was our end of season curry night, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was.
Games with,
yeah. We got the pre-season curry night coming up very soon.
We've got the start of the new season one coming up at some point soon.
Yeah. Maybe we should do it before each game. Do you know what? My stomach was in pain the following day. Badger and Bournemouth fan said woodwork again. And James, good evening, James. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Let's just have a little look at Instagram because I have neglected Instagram. We have got James, we've got Harry, we have got Brian Hughes, we've got Ollie Sinclair, and we've got Steve Cook. Well, it's not that Steve Cook, but it's another Steve Cook. There we are. Steve Cook is watching. Might be that Steve Cook. Might just be under a secret profile. I don't think he does that. Alex Scott has it here. He's gone to Traffair. Back to Alex Scott. Alex Scott switches the play. It's going to go to Adam Smith, who's going to go back there to Zabania. Oh, that's a nice ball forwards. Evan Nielsen. Oh, couldn't get his feet right. And the West Ham defender, Mark, closed him down very, very well there. It is a corner, but got to give credit there to their defender, Kilman. Of course, he was at Wolves beforehand. And here we go. Go. Croupy is coming on. Malcolm will be pleased.
This is what I've been waiting for all series.
Yeah. Croupy, here we go, says Tommy. And 4 changes. We'll see And that's a great ball by Treffer. Ball's gone back in. Oh, it's going to Harry Traore, who's the smallest man on the pitch, who's right in the centre, and was never going to get to that. Sorry,
That's
Hamid,
clever,
but
clever ball.
yeah, it was a clever ball. But when you're the smallest man on the pitch, you're not going to get to a ball that's high up in the air like that.
No, but in
But
terms of delivering the ball into the box there, that was quite clever.
David Brooks here goes on to the left-hand side. Treffer, great balling. Evan Nielsen should have done better with that. He could have got himself up for that. Treffer looking a little frustrated. Do you know what? I hope he stays on. James Hill's coming on. Arejo's coming on. I think Arejo for Smith makes sense. James Hill for Senesi. Corner coming in. Well caught by the goalkeeper. I'm trying to think of who else was on that. Who else was on that subs bench who's coming on? Arejo's Hill, of course, Krupi. I'm guessing Krupi. Would he? Oh, Dango as well. Dango for Brooks, I reckon.
I reckon we're going to see Krupi go into Evan Nilsson's role, I reckon.
Unless we're going to play them both up front together.
Well, he's brought on Semenyo, isn't he? So, I mean,
he's a good player, Kilman. Don't you think?
Who?
Kilman.
Yeah.
Very, very good player.
Mm.
Very good player.
Yeah.
Instagram's getting busy again. Richard Masterson, hello Richard, and Noah Gray has also come on. Please come on to the YouTube channel because then you can comment as well. And we do have 37 currently on YouTube. And then, oh shit. Jared Bowen.
The silly one to concede, really.
Mm. And that is Sweet Home Alabama.
Do we think? Let's see. Could the keeper made a better save there? I don't know. Let's see the replay now.
Senesi should be dealing with that.
Yeah, no.
That is championship defending.
He's again, completely free to finish, isn't he? Really.
That is championship defending. Senesi had plenty of time as well. Once just didn't.
I mean, credit for the finish. That was a difficult finish, really.
Yeah. Liverpool versus Bournemouth Premier League join stream. Won't be doing stream for it, but we will be doing a preview as well, James. So yeah, do come and watch when that's playing. And here we go. Well, it would have been nice to have made these changes when it was 1-0 down.
So is that Hill coming on into that midfield role again then?
I'm trying to work this out. Senesi has gone off.
Senesi has gone off, is he?
Yeah, I'm not convinced by Senesi at the moment. He's a very, very good player. We know what he can do, but has he lacked a bit of confidence? Is he, his performances have not been very good at this tournament at all. I would play him though against Real Sociedad because we need him. We know what he can do, but he needs to get back up to that level. Jared Bowen's going off for West Ham. Fulkrug's going off as well. Fulkrug was their full guy last season, excuse the pun, but to be fair, so far in this tournament, I think he's done quite a good job, hasn't he, really? But after all the optimism against Everton, it's just died, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, again, it is only pre-season, isn't it? But
yeah,
it would have been nice to have, when you look at both goals, you've got to question the defending. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
on both goals.
agree with that.
On both the goals,
100%.
unfortunately.
We've been the much better side.
Footballing we have, yeah, but I mean, we've not taken the chances. And at the end of the day, you can go 90 minutes with 12 chances at goal, and then the opposition have one chance, get it on target, and nick it 1-0. It's all about putting the ball in the goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we just haven't done that. Just haven't done it.
I think Hill will start regularly based on his performances in this tournament. I think, Hill's got to be, especially if Zabani is going. It's about Hill has waited for his chance, and if he gets it, who knows what he can do. But yeah.
I mean, when you look at the second goal there, I mean, at first I was like, oh, could the keeper have done something different? But when you watch it, nah, he's already been wrong-footed. He's predicted him to go the other way. It's the defence has got to deal with that kind of, initially try and stop the cross, which there wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you've got to be as tight to your man as you possibly can. And
he's a better defender than we're seeing though in this tournament, Senesi. I don't know what's happened and what's gone wrong.
He's quite erratic, isn't he? He's very different to Zaba and Dino.
Yeah.
Gives you that more sort of aggression.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, 100%. We've definitely not seen the best of him, I don't think, in this tournament.
No. Sean said Smith again not close enough to stop the cross. Senesi nowhere near his man. Not much the goalkeeper could have done. Maybe gone for it since he would have seen how far Senesi was from his man. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. 2 weeks to get things in order, says Badger and Bournemouth fan.
That's true.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with Sean. Let's hope our recruitment team can see this as well. I think we need to, I think we need to buy in the right places, and central defence is the key area. I've always said I'd like to see one up front and possibly one at centre back position. But, that was based on Senesi and Zabania still both being here. So, but who? That's the big question. I'm really sorry, chaps. You deserve so much better. Yeah, it's been a bit gutting, really. Poor goals to concede, Manny. Poor goals to concede, and that's really, that's where it boils down to. Just realised I forgot the Sagaloo. There we are. And Sean said, surprise Dango on the right and Semenya more up front. Would have done it the other way around, yeah. But again, Andoni is testing things out. Here we go. And we could, it's unlikely, but we could finish bottom of this tournament, which will be a real shame if Everton was to win. I don't think they will win. I'd be worried if I was an Everton fan. I didn't think they were particularly that good. Then again, I said I'd be worried if I was a West Ham fan. And
well, yeah, that's what I've said. But to be fair, we
can never seem to bloody beat them, can we? Of course, we beat them in the first game. With our first win in the Premier League was against West Ham all that time ago.
Yeah.
That 4-3 win. And yeah, since then, results have been a bit difficult to come by, haven't they, really? Ball goes over to this left-hand side to Traffair, who has had a fantastic tournament, actually. David Brooks also on the left-hand side. They're linking up quite well. That was a good little ball attempted through, but didn't get there. West Ham have been pretty decent defensively, to be fair. They have been quite decent. They've just been strong, haven't they? They don't do anything spectacular, but let's just have a quick look. Oh, Mischief DJ. Hello, Mischief DJ. Just not on it at all. Defense is everyone without Dino and Kirkes, and we can't finish our dinner. Good to see you, Mischief DJ. Please hit the like and subscribe button. But yeah, I got to agree. Senesi was very, very poor today. Julian Arejo is on, and you know he's an exciting little player, but naive is the
Well,
word
he
for
just
me.
picks up that book in there, and
Yeah,
yeah, I think
he's very naive. He's very green, isn't he? He's a little bit different, isn't he? You know,
yeah,
in
yeah. I mean, defensively,
worrying.
mm,
I'm not a big fan of him defensively, but moving forwards, you know,
yeah,
he seems to be. He's very, very, very pacey and not afraid to run at people. And that's a bad place to lose it. But Alex Scott down on the grass. Ward Prowse. Bit of a dirty tackle in the end, actually, looking at this. Oh, hang on. No. I'm getting a bit confused there. They're showing something completely different. It's gone through. Good ball, but Traffair goes to Brooks. Traffair, again, being my man of the match today for us. Would you agree?
yeah. He's had a good game. He's had a good game. I also thought Traore had not a bad game in that role again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's been good to see Trufair. Looks like he'll probably end up playing 90 minutes unless they bring Soler on for the last sort of 10.
Yes, yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
a
no, I'm
good
liking
question
what I
from
see
Sean.
from him anyway. And like I was saying, it's I think he will pick up from where Kirk's left off.
That's good from Arejo. That's what he's here for. So how he picked up that ball there and took it on, that was
Yeah,
really, really, really good. You know,
yeah,
that's something Smithy can't do because he hasn't got the pace. Arejo did very, very well there, and that's his party trick. Good question there from Sean. I think Celesi at this moment in time, I think you have to prefer James Hill to him. Not sure what's going on here. There's a bit of a coming together in the box. James Hill is someone I'm talking to, and then he's going to the West Ham man, and I think there's a corner being retaken. But yeah, I think that's the biggest change I would make. James Hill's got to start really rather than Senesi. Corner goes into the box, and it's being chased down. That's very, very, very good. Oh, well done.
yeah. Good chasing down by Krupi there.
Yeah, I thought that. Croupy shown he's got some real pace, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Malcolm said, "We will play with intensity and high tempo chaos when the season starts. So stop reading in too much into this, guys." Yeah, I
yeah,
completely agree.
yeah.
I,
100%.
I was hoping that
Some of the
we'd
youngsters
get a
looking
result.
like they're coming on now. I think
Mhm.
Reece Dottin's coming on, Winterburn's coming on by the looks of it. Solaire's coming on, so we won't see
Mhm.
Fair finish the 90 minutes. And Ferrer, he's coming on.
Mhm.
So yeah, and Chris Mepham.
I disagree with this Badger and Bournemouth fan because I think Traffair can actually fill the boots of Kirkes. I'm a bit worried about filling the boots of Dean Howson though. I don't
Yeah,
think there's anybody that can.
yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I think Fair will come in, and in my personal opinion, like we were saying on cherry picking this week when we were looking at some of the players, I think he will fill in where Kirkes has left off. Okay, he's slightly
Yeah.
different to Kirkes. Yeah, I get that, but I think he will do an equally as good job. Probably a more experienced player as well in some respects.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's more the Dino role that's that I'm worried about.
How many subs can Bournemouth make, Matt? As many as we want.
Many as we want, yeah.
Yeah,
As many
as
as we
many
want.
as we want today. Tommy has said Semenyo at the 10 is a little uncanny.
Yeah, he's playing in behind, isn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that comment.
Yeah,
Man of the
Traffair
match.
is definitely the man of the match for me. Yeah, he's a real he's a real standout player. So yeah, I really like Traffair. 11 shots for us,
There
but
you go.
still only one on target. Yeah,
That's the problem.
and
The
has
defensive issues in that.
touchable.
Has Krupi touched the ball yet? Sorry, is that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, definitely. And I've in the short space of time, we've seen a bit of running from him. We've seen the eagerness. So yeah, he's still only young, and he will only get better. I think we just need to keep him here. We don't want to let him go out on loan. Let him get used to our style of play. Let him get used to our system. But yeah, here we go.
And
Yeah, Meps is on.
yeah, Meps is coming on yet.
Faver is coming on. I don't think Faver is going to stay much longer. There's a difficult take, but yeah, I think Faver will probably be sold. I just don't think he's up to the level. What do you reckon?
Who Ferrer?
Yeah.
Last pre-season, the games at home, I saw something in him that I thought, yeah, could be, but yeah, it's be interesting to see what happens with him. I think.
John Bonder said Zabani is off. Yes, he certainly is. 5 change. He says the champions are looking better than Kirkes. LOL. But to be honest, I think he's shown that he's more than capable of filling the boots, and including Winterburn, who I think will have really helped at the start of the second half. I really like Ben Winterburn, and John Bonder said, "What's my favourite curry?" To be honest, I do go mental. I do like a vindaloo, or I still need to think of the name of that curry. What is the name of that curry that that I have? Um, Hotter than a vindaloo. Here we go. Let's find out. Um, that's it. A fowl.
That's it.
A fowl. It's actually, believe it or not, it's just come up with where it was created. A British Indian curry developed in Birmingham, England, that is even hotter than a vindaloo. There we are. So if you want a hot curry, go get a fowl. Hope I'm wrong, but none of them are game changers.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think the game's gone, this one. But, I think let's see how they fit in, really. Um, you know, it'll be quite interesting. Adam's shaking his head like he can't believe what's happened. Um, just put a few Dorset knobs in. And John Bond has given us a challenge. Name some players named Curry. Is there any players named Curry? Former players?
Yeah, I think there is, but I'm trying to think of Tony Curry.
Yes. Is there a
But
Dan Curry?
I think Tony Curry was spelled IE rather than Y, I think. But there's one anyway.
There we are. Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit of a.
Oh, believe it or not, this is an interesting fact as well. I've just typed it into Google. There is a North Curry Football Club based in Somerset.
Oh, see that again. Yeah, it's naughty.
Mm.
Yeah, that deserved a yellow card.
Manny has said a foul. Have you had a foul, Manny? I was, supposed to be so spicy it can cause nosebleeds and worse. It was making me sweat like no tomorrow, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And do some ghost peppers. Yeah, I've tried that. In fact, somebody actually gave me one of the ghost peppers, and Tony Curry, but it's spelled differently. It's not spelled like curry. It's IE. There you are. That's what. And John Bond has said, "Yes, my guy," for eating the fowl. I tell you what, it was quite nice. I love spicy food. Some people say you can't taste the flavour in spicy food, but I think you can. You most definitely can. But like I say, no curries in the UK ever will match a
Your pick.
curry actually done in India. It's just amazing.
No one attack the ball. Easy punch there for the keeper.
Mm.
Disappointing that.
So there, it's going to cross it in. Not a bad corner, actually. And here's Reece Dottin. Forward we go. No, go back again. Paul Sant remembers Tony Curry. Said he was a fantastic player. And Michael Cake said, "What's the score?" Unfortunately, West Ham 2, AFC Bournemouth 0. Yeah, it is only pre-season. Oh, that's a good run. Very, very good run. Oh, Reece Dottin was there waiting at the back. And Dango Watara.
Again, good strong run by Dango there.
Yeah. He's excellent
Yeah,
player.
Walker Peters there. He defended that pretty well. Otherwise, Reece Dottin there would have had a free chance, I think, if he hadn't managed to get something on that.
Oh. And unfortunately, it looks as if the summer series is going to come to a bit of a bitter end, unfortunately. With so much hope after that Everton game, unfortunately, it's not to be. You've had umpteen corners in this game. Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
just can't convert at the moment, which is the problem. And Sean said, "Have you ever done the one chip challenge?" Also, Dango already starting to dominate. Have a little look. And a couple of years back, was it 2 years back? Must have been 2 years back. I actually tried some chili, and it was, that was a ridiculous one. But the Dorset chili wizard, Carl Gibbons, actually donated it, and it was pure. I can't remember what the actual source was, but my word, was my mouth on fire. I was in agony, actually. It was in agony, but yeah, I was walking around the beer garden. There was no water as well. Not that that helps. So yeah, it was painful, painful. But yeah, that was a challenge when we got to 1,000 subs. And good streams, guys. See you in the AM. Yes, you will do. You'll see me and Sean tomorrow morning. So yes, me and Sean will be ready with you. And then it's Ollie all week until the Friday when it's Matt and Paul. So yes. Manny said, all I can say is when life gives you lemons, make lemon curry.
Yeah.
Monty Python. Love it. Love it.
Graham,
Sean said, did you feel it in the morning? Oh, yeah, most definitely did. I was in agony. I thought I was going to die. Thought I was going to die, literally. Let's have a little look at Instagram. We got Roger, we've got Danny, and we've got Alan Joe Hardy with us on Instagram. Hello, guys. And Dave Clark says hi. Hello, Dave. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button, Dave. Great to have you with us. Reese Dottin, sit all across. A rare ho here. We've got literally a minute left. Literally a minute left. Not that it matters, but who do you think will win out of Man United or Everton?
I think Man United will win.
Yeah, Man United. I don't think Everton are very good. I think they won't go down. Of course, they won't go down. Although saying that stadium might actually be a bit of a hindrance to them. There's been teams that have moved stadiums and really struggled to embed themselves into it. So you never know. Everton might be that. My favourite curry is chicken I think that's Madras. Is it meant to be Madras? Chicken Madras? And Dave Clark said, Craig, do you go to the village? And I think I've seen you there before. Yes, I did for a while. I did for a while. I don't at the moment because of the blood pressure, but I need to get back onto it. Need to get back onto it. Hello, Dave. I can't remember. I can't remember you, but I'm sure we probably bumped into each other. And that is game over. AFC Bournemouth 0, West Ham United 2. Graham Potter is still looking like he's absolutely petrified. Jared Bowen, you looked a bit red when you was punching the bag. Oh dear. Yeah, there's a punch bag in the village, and I was doing that. I have a medical thing where I love a Madras, but I have to be willing to take the pain in the morning. Yeah, it's always don't try a foul then, Sean. There we are. So that is full time. Matt, any more you can say on that?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from the game as a game of football, to have the amount of shots and chances and corners and not to score definitely makes you think something you got to look at in training, isn't it? It's been a good run out. They've had a good run out of games in America. It's been great for the brand. It's been great for the club to go out there, and I think it's been very important that it's given the American fans the chance to see us play. So I think all in all, even though the results might not have been what people may have looked for, all in all, I think it's been successful.
Yeah.
For the club, and I'm sure Andoni's earned a hell of a lot about where they need to work on, which I'm sure as soon as they get back to England, they'll be straight back onto the training pitch and working hard on it to get it right for the start of the season. So, yeah,
100%.
you do want the wins, don't you? But at the end of the day, like we've said, it's all about getting the practice in, getting the minutes in, trying new things. So yeah, not overly disheartened.
Yeah.
I did think we'd beat West Ham, but it's been good to see Krupi. I know, he's had a few touches of the ball and that. He's probably trying to get match fit now, so I'm sure we'll see a bit more of him. Probably against Real Sociedad, which will be really good. So yeah, it's been good. I think overall, it's been good. It's been good to see AFC Bournemouth play out there, and yeah, it's just shows, doesn't it, really how big the clubs, how big are the clubs getting?
100%. And it's good for our reach into America. That's what it's for. Would I have rather seen us play lower league sides? In a way, yes, but at the same time, this is a good marker of where we are. It's a good marker of where we are. We now need to just take it, go again in that Real Sociedad game and get ourselves ready for that first game of the season, which is literally a week on Friday. It's not far away now, and we still struggle in low blocks. Yes, yeah. Just a couple of questions here. You love a barbecue stack, Craig, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to work out who you are. I'm having a guess of who you are, but yeah, I think that's at the village ages ago. The peri peri chicken burger, that was immense. Great watch along, guys, and some top discussions and even better banter. And Dave Clark, favourite non-league team? Who's your favourite non-league team, Matt?
Don't think I really have a favourite non-league team, but I do like to go and watch non-league football when I can.
Yeah.
Obviously, I only live down the road from Tattenham, so sometimes I go down and watch Poole Town. So I've been to a few other grounds recently. Been up to Totton, watched a game of footy
Yeah.
up there. Dorchester Town, been there recently. Yeah, I mean, if I've got a spare time, it's nice to get out and watch a bit of non-league football.
Yeah.
So no, but I don't have a favourite side. I just like watching the football.
I take an interest. Poole Town, of course, a local team, and as is Wimborne. Those two, but further afield, because I know a bit about them, Maidenhead United, and also Bracknell Town are quite interesting to me. Bracknell could have got into the National League South a couple of years back. I know that much. They played Ipswich Town as well in a game, and then Maidenhead United have relegated, unfortunately, to the National League South, which was a shame for them. But yeah, I would say those four teams are teams that I really take an interest in. So yeah, non-league football's great though. Non-league football's great. Whoever you go and watch, it's just great to watch. It's good fun. So yeah, definitely. Matt, are you going to be playing fantasy football on FPL?
I do you know what? I haven't even thought about it, to be
Nah,
honest.
to be honest, I'm crap at it, so I'm not going to do it. Sean said, if Christie is injured, Cook has some bans along with Clivert not playing, then Traore might start for me. Do you think Traore starts at Liverpool?
Watch the match preview and find out.
There we are. And Daniel has said, my favourite non-league team is Wimborne.
Yeah, good
And
setup there.
what's an unusual team you support? You support Sean FC in Switzerland. There is a Sean FC, isn't there? Or it might be Sion.
I think it might be. I don't know. I think it might be pronounced Sion.
I think it's pronounced Sion.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I know who Sean is talking about there. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Right. I think that probably wraps everything up. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please hit the like, subscribe, the bell button below. Thank you again. And Matt, we are going to be doing Cherry AM this week, aren't we? And
Yeah.
lots more to look forward to.
Yeah, Cherry AM this week is going to be good. Obviously, a good community of people are building up on there, so it's quite exciting to do those shows. Obviously, yourself and Ollie will be taking care of Monday to Thursday, and then I shall be with Paul from Oz on Friday. So yeah, looking forward to that. Always a great show with Paul. And following week, Malcolm will be back as well. So there'll be a good mixture of people on every day.
Yes.
So yeah, no, we are all enjoying Cherry AM and how that's progressed. I think it's how long we've been doing it now. Is it a month? Over a month?
2 months now.
Is it 2 months
2
already?
months. Yeah,
Wow.
2 months.
Time fly, doesn't
First
time
episode, 3rd of June.
Wow. Okay, and then tomorrow on the 4th of August will be a fresh week. So yeah,
Yes.
they'll be looking for that. Stay tuned, obviously, for our last shirt reaction. We will be doing a shirt reaction, myself and Craig, to the 3rd strip release when that is released. I reckon it'll probably be Tuesday myself. So yeah, stay tuned for that because myself and Craig will do a short reaction video to that one. We've got Cherry Picking back next week. That'll be back. I'm not too sure exactly who'll be joining me yet, but I'm sure there'll be a few people with me. And yeah, I'm just trying to think what else we've coming up. We also got the new match preview show, haven't we? The Dean Court Social, which will be obviously the week after next. And then we've got Ollie's new show, haven't we? The match reaction show, which Ollie's been working hard on in the background. Cherry Slaps. So yeah, but if anybody wants to get involved in any of those shows, do please email us at utciadafcb.com. Is it? No, .co.uk.
At gmail.com. There we are. It's showing on the screen there.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get involved in any of those shows, then yeah, do get in contact with us. There's also an interview coming up next week. Should be out on Tuesday evening, so do stay tuned to the channel, especially for those older Bournemouth fans. I shall be sitting down with Denny Monday and discussing his time at Bournemouth and also his career as a whole. So that looks set to be a really interesting interview, and that should be out on Tuesday evening.
There we go. There we are. So make sure you hit like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button below, because it does help this channel to grow. And how are you guys watching the Liverpool game? I'll be watching it on Sky, unfortunately. It is Friday night kickoff, which is pretty annoying. If it was a Saturday, might have well gone up there, but there we are. But thanks everybody for watching us. Really, really, really do appreciate you joining us. And from myself and Matt, we shall see you in the next one.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.